Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are well and doing great. So today I'm back with another video to continue our UCAT test preparation. So as you guys know, we have completed our two sections for abstract reasoning. And we have started a third section for abstract reasoning in the last videos. So today we're going to continue it from question number 6. So if you are new to this channel, you can like our videos, subscribe our channel, and you can watch our previous videos on tour tutorial, question bank tutorial, and practice test questions for verbal reasoning, decision making, quantitative reasoning, and two sections for abstract reasoning. So without any further delay, let's start our first question. So here they have given to us two sets, which are set A, which you can look at this. These have different diagrams, different shapes with different arrangements, and ZB has these arrangements of shapes. And in the question, they have given us a shape which you can say a test shape, that you have to conclude that this test shape is related to which set. So we have three options. Option A is set A, option B set B, and option C neither. So for this we have to know the rules, that what is applied for set A and set B, then we can conclude our answers for this. So here we have our first rule for set A, which says there are two circles each with two tangents. Other shapes are irrelevant. Now this means that if any test shape is according to this rule, then it means it is related to set A. But if it related to the second rule, which is for the set B, which is that there is one circle with two lines transecting it, other shapes are irrelevant. So if that test shape is related to this rule, then we can say this is for set B. So the correct response we have is option B, as one circle with two lines transecting it, so set B. So that's why we have a correct option is option B, which is set B. So this test shape related to this set B. Next question we have set A and set B. Now they have different set of shapes with different arrangements. For set A we have different arrangements, and for set B we have another arrangements. Now the test shape that is given to us is in this form. Options are the same. Option A set A, option B set B, option C neither. Now the rules for set A is that an odd number of shapes overlap in total. The rule for set B is that an even number of shapes overlap in total. So for set A we have to see odd number of shapes that will overlap, and for set B even number of shapes. You know the even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. And for odd number we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. So the correct response we have option A, 3 shapes overlap. So this means 3 is the odd number. That's why we have the correct option is option A. Here you can see these 3 shapes that overlapped. It means it is related to set A. Next we have question number 8. Set A having same shape of arrangements as we have in the last question. Then we have set B with these arrangements. Test shape now having these arrangements. Now you have to count the numbers of the shapes that overlap with each other. Then you can see, are they in the odd number or even number. Now we have first two shapes here and two at the bottom. So it means 4, and then 3 at the right side, and then it means 7 and 2 at the bottom. Again it means 9. So it's again an odd number, so I think its right option is option A. So we can confirm it from explain answer, and here we have a correct response as option A. So 9 shapes overlap. So that's how we have a correct option is option A. That is set A. Next we have question number 9 with having same arrangements of shapes, and you can see. And then we have set B with these set of arrangements for shapes. Test shape is in this form. Now you can see that only two shapes are overlapped with each other. 2 is the even number, so it means if this test shape is related to set B. Options we have are the same. Option A, set A, option B, set B, and option C, neither. So here we have rules are same for same arrangements of shape, and the option that is correct is option B, as two shapes overlap. That's how we can say the correct option we have is option B, that is set B. Now we have a question number 10. So here you can take a look at this one set that we have same arrangements of shapes. For set B, it is arranged in this form. Now we have a test shape. We have different set of shapes, but only two shapes overlap that are square in form, as you can see here. So again 2 is an even number, so even number is a rule for set B. That's how we can say that option B is the correct option. So we can confirm it from explain answer, and here you can see that correct response is option B. Two shapes overlap. So that's how we have a correct option is option B. Two shapes overlap. So now question number 11, having same set of arrangement for set A, as you can see here, and then we have arrangements of shape for set B is in this form. Now test shape having this set of shapes, but as you can see here that there is no shapes that are overlapped with each other. So no even number, no odd numbers. So now we can say that it is related to neither of the set. And we can confirm the answer from this explain answer, and here we have correct response is option C, as no shapes overlap. That's how our right option is option C, that is neither. Now next question number 12, this is different. Now we have different set of shapes. For set A we have these arrangements, only one shape is shaded in each box, and for set B we have this set of arrangements. Now test shape is something in this form. Option A is set A, option B set B, and option C neither. So rule for set A is that there is an arrow in the top right hand corner, and when there is a black triangle among other shapes, the arrow points up. Okay, there should be whichever test shape is given to you, and if there is an arrow in the top right hand corner, and with this arrow there is a black triangle which is shaded, and then arrow points up. If all the shapes are four-sided, the arrow points left. If there is an even number of shapes, not all of them four-sided, and excluding the arrow points right. Okay, if the triangle is shaded, the arrow points up, and if all the shapes are four-sided, the arrow points left. And if there is an even number of shapes, not all of them four-sided, it is not necessary that shapes should be four-sided, but this should be that even number of shapes, then the arrow points right. Three rules are given in the set A. Then we have set B. There is an arrow in the top right hand corner, same as we have in the set A, and when there is a black cross among other shapes, the arrow points down. If all the shapes are four-sided, the arrow points right. If there is an odd number of shapes, not all of them four-sided, and excluding the arrow points left. So for this question, we have correct response is option A. This is because a black triangle is present and the arrow points upwards. The first rule for set A is fulfilling in this test shape, so we can say that correct option we have is option A. Next again, question number 13, having same set of shapes. As you can see here, set A, and then we have set B. Test shape is in this form. Now again we have an arrow that is pointed upward, and the triangle is point black shaded. So it could be an option A, which is set A. We can confirm it from explain answer. Here we have a rule for set A. You can take a look at this one. And then for set B, so correct response is option A. This is because a black triangle is present and the arrow points upwards. That's how we can say that correct option is option A, which is set A. Next we have question number 14, having same set of shapes for set A, as you can see here. Then we have set of shapes same as we have in the last question for set B. Test shape now is given in this form. Now the cross is black shaded and the arrow is pointed downward. So now you have to tell that this test shape is related to which set. We have three options. Option A is set A, option B set B, and option C neither. Rules for set A and set B are the same as we have read in the last question, as you can see here. Then we have for set B, So correct response is B. This is because a black cross is present and the arrow points downward. So that's how we have a correct option is option B. Question 15, having same set of shapes as we have in the last question. As you can see here, these ones for set B. That's how they are arranged. Now we have a test shape. No shape is shaded, no shape is in black color, and the arrow is pointing in the right side. Option A is set A, and option B is set B, and option C is neither. As we have the same rules for set A and set B, so the correct response is option A. This is because there is an even number of shapes excluding the arrow. Not all of them are four-sided and the arrow points to the right. So that's how we can say the option A is the correct option, that is set A. For the next question, we have set A with these set of shapes, as you can see here. Then we have for set B, test shape is in this form. Now we have, you can count the number of shapes, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again we have even number of shapes, but the arrow is pointing towards the left side. So this could not be an option A, which is set A. So we can see, is it option B or option C? So here we have rules for set A, and then for set B. So correct response is option A. This is because the shapes excluding the arrow are all four-sided and the arrow points to the left. Now the rule applies there is not about the even number, it's about the four-sided shapes. That's how we have a correct option is option A, which is set A. So this test shape is related to set A. So now this is question number 17, which has set A with this set of shapes. Then we have set B with the arrangements of shapes in this form, as you can see here. Now we have a test shape which is given is in this form. Three triangles, one is shaded and one is this shape. We have three options, that is option A as set A, option B set B, and option C neither. So the rules for these two sets is that for set A, a group of four shapes, all are unique shapes and have either four or five sides. Color has no significance. Okay, so the rule for this, that four shapes should be included in the set and all are unique shapes, not the same shapes. As you can see in this set A, no shape is duplicate of this shape, so all are different shapes, and each shape should be of four-sided or five-sided. Color has no significance. So group B, or you can say set B, has a rule: a group of four shapes, three shapes are unique and one is repeated. All have either four or five sides. Color has no significance. So in this set B, the rule is the three shapes should be unique, and 1 could be repeated, could be duplicated of any one of these 3 shapes. So correct response is 3. You can say option C, 2 unique shapes, therefore neither. So option C is the correct option. Next we have set A and set B with the set of arrangements as we have in the last question. Test shape is given in this form. Now you can see we have 4 shapes. Each shape is different. Each shape is unique. So we can say that it is set A. So here we have rules for set A and set B, which are same as we have in the last question, as you can see here. So correct response is option A, 4 unique 4 or 5-sided shapes. So set A is the correct option. Next we have question number 19 with the same set of shapes for set A and then for set B. Test shape is given in this form. Now we have 4 shapes which could be 4-sided or 5-sided, and 3 shapes are different and 1 is duplicated of this one shape. So we can say that its option is option B. There are some rules that you can see here, and correct response is B. 3 unique shapes and 2 shapes identical, so set B. So set B is the correct option. So next we have question number 20. Here you can see set of arrangements of shapes for set A. It is given as in this form. Then we have set B, which included the set of shapes. Now test shape is in this form. Now again we have 4 shapes. Each shape is different. Each shape is unique. So that's how we can say that its correct option is option A. So let's confirm it from answer rational. Here are rules for set A and set B. And correct response is A, as I have already told you that 4 unique 4 or 5-sided shapes. So set A is the correct option. Now question number 21 is also same as we have in the last question. Same set of arrangements for set of A and set of B. Test shape is given is in this form. Now we have 2 shapes which are unique and 2 shapes are duplicated of these shapes. So that's how we can say it is not related to set A nor to set B. So this is option C, which is neither. This test shape is related to neither of the set. The remaining we can confirm it from there. So yeah, it's the correct response is option C. 2 unique shapes, so neither A nor B. So its correct option is C. Next we have question number 22. Here we have set A with these arrangements of shapes. All shapes are looking same, but there are some difference which you can see here, identified, and then you can conclude your rules for these sets. Test shape is given in this form. Option A we have is set A, option B set B, and option C neither. So let's first read out the rules, then we can conclude and answer easily. For set A, there are 5 squares in a diagonal. There are, here you can take a look at this set A like this. Okay, so there are 5 squares in a diagonal. If there is a black circle to the right of a square, then the next square down the diagonal is the previous square rotated by 90-degree clockwise. So here you can see that wherever is a dot present, the next one is rotated by 90 degree in each box of set A. So this is a rule for set A. Next we have for set B that there are 5 squares in a diagonal. If there is a black circle to the right of a square, then the next square down the diagonal is the previous square rotated by 90-degree clockwise. So correct response is option B, one anti-clockwise turn in the right place. So here we have correct option is option B. So this test shape is related to set B. Next we have question number 23. For set A, we have so here we have a set A with the set of arrangements as you can see here. Then we have set B in this form. Now the test shape is given which is in this form. So here we have 2 circles and you can see the previous shapes are rotated. So option A have set A, option B is set B, and option C is neither. So the rules are same as we have in the last question. As you can see here, set A and set B. Correct response is option A as 2 clockwise turns in the correct place. So the correct option is option A, that is set A. Next we have question number 24. Set A having these arrangements for shapes, and then set B having these set of arrangements. Test shape now is given in this form. Option A having set A, option B set B, and option C neither. So rules are same for set A and set B. Correct response is option B as 2 turns anti-clockwise in the right place. The thing that you have to be remembered for every set which is set A and set B, that for set A you have to remember 2 turns for clockwise in the right place, and for option B which is set B you have to remember that 2 turns anti-clockwise in the right place. This is the only difference you have, clockwise and anti-clockwise. So here you can see in set A this is rotated clockwise here, and this shape is rotated anti-clockwise. That's how we have a correct option is option B. Next we have question number 25. So set A have these arrangements for shapes with these dots. If you know the rules, then you can conclude your answer easily. So here we have for set B, and test shape is given in this form. Option, we have three options. Option A is set A, option B is set B, and option C neither. Now the rules are same as we have in the last questions. As you can see, for set A you have to memorize that it will be rotated by 90-degree clockwise, and for set B it will be rotated by 90-degree anti-clockwise. So correct response we have is option B, 2 turns anti-clockwise in the correct place. So here you can see that we have 2 turns which is anti-clockwise. So that's how we have option B is the correct option. Next we have question number 26. Again we have same set for arrangements of shapes for set A and set B. Now test shape is given here in this form. Now you can take a look at this test shape and guess that is it rotated by 90-degree clockwise or anti-clockwise. So option A is set A, option B set B, and option C neither. So here we have rule for set A and rule for set B. So correct response is option C, that neither are 90-degree clockwise turn nor a 90-degree anti-clockwise turn after the first black circle. So that's how we can say that its correct option is C, that is neither. Next we have question number 27, that is set A and set B. Now we have different arrangements of shapes for set A and set B. First we have set A. As you can see here how they are arranged and what is common that you can use as your rule to conclude your answer. Now the question we have is that which of the following test shapes belongs in set A? Option A having this shape, option B with this shape, and option C arrangement of this shape, and then option D having this. Now the rules for set A is that each black triangle equals a curvy line that has a small circle at the end. You can keep it here and then you can see what is it saying. So it is each black triangle equals a curvy line that has a small circle at the end touching the large oval or circle. Each white triangle equals a straight line that has a small circle at the end away from the large oval or circle. So rule for set B is that each black triangle equals a straight line that has a small circle at the end away from the large oval or circle. Each white triangle equals a curvy line that has a small circle on the end away from the large oval or circle. Correct response is option B. This is because there are two black triangles. So here we have correct option is option B. This is the test shape which belongs to set A. Next we have question number 28. For set A we have same set of shapes arrangements as we have in the last question. Then for set B we have this set of arrangements. So which of the following test shapes belongs in set A? Option A with this, option B having this set of shape, and option C having this, and option D is in this form. Now the rules are same for set A and set B, as you can see here we have in the last question. So correct response is option A. This is because there are three white triangles which equals a straight line that has a small circle at the end, away from the large oval and the circle. So this follows the rule for set A. So that's how we have a correct option is option A. Question number 29, having same set of arrangements for shapes as we have in the last question, as you can see here. Now the question is that which of the following test shapes belongs in set B? Option A having this diagram, and option B is given in this form. Option C is given in this form, and option D is, it looks like this. Now the rules are same for set A and set B as we have in the last question. So correct response is option A. This is because there are two black triangles which equals two straight lines with a small circle at the end, away from the large circle. This follows the rules for set B. So that's how we can say option B is the correct option. Next question is question number 30. Now again a same question as it looks like in the last one, as you can see for set A and set B. The question is that which of the following test shape that is given below belongs in set A. So here we have four options given below. First we have option A, then we have option B, and then we have option C, and then option D. Now the rules for set A and set B are given as this. Correct response is option C. This is because there are two white triangles which equals a straight line that has a small circle at the end, away from the large circle and oval. This follows the rule for set A. So that's how we have a correct option is C. This is the test shape which relates to the set A. So before moving towards our next question, I want to tell you that we have our website from which you can buy your favorite books, the best-selling books, or any other daily use products. So the links for these websites are given below in the description box. If you are interested in buying these products, you can check out the links from our description box. Okay, so let's continue our question. Here we have question number 31 with same set of shapes for set A and set B. Then the question is that which of the following test shapes belongs in set A? So option A is in this form, then we have option B, option C, and then option D. So the rules are same for set A and set B. Correct response is option A. This is because there are three black triangles which equal three curvy lines that has a small circle at the end touching the large circle and oval. This follows the rule for set A. So correct response is option A. So here we have option A is the correct option. This is the test shape that belongs to set A. Next we have question number 32. Now we have these four shapes and we have to select that which of these shapes which are given here among the four shapes completes the series of these four shapes. So here we have which figure completes the series. Option A, option B, then we have option C, and then option D. So the rule is that the figures in each box move in two groups. The first groups are three figures in the first column of the box. From top to bottom, the first figure moves to the third position. The second figure moves to the first position and the third figure moves to the second position in the next box. The second group are the second and third column in the box. Each figure within that group moves one place clockwise in the next box. So these are the rules which you can keep in your mind and then you can solve this series. So now we have a correct response is option B. This is because the unshaded triangle in the first column has moved to the third position. The unshaded square has moved to the first position and the striped triangle has moved to the second position. Additionally, each of the figures in the second and third column has moved one place clockwise within the group. So that's how we can say the correct option is option B. This is the set of shapes which completes the series. Next is question number 33. So this shape is to this as this one is to this blank box. So which figure completes the statement? Option A is given in this form, and then option B, then we have option C and option D. The rule is that the number of sides of the answer shape is equal to the total number of circles in the previous figure. Additionally, the answer shape is divided into equally sized sections. The number of sections is equal to the number of shaded circles in the previous figure. So correct response is option A, as the number of sides of the answer shape is 4, which is equal to total number of circles in the previous figure. Additionally, the answer shape has been divided into 3 equally sized sections, which is equal to the number of shaded circles in the previous shape. So that's how we have a correct option is option A. Next question we have is question number 34. So this is as this shape is to this, and then as we have this shape is to this. So the question is that which figure completes the statement. So here we have four options. Option A is in this form, then we have option B, and then option C looks like this, and then option D. So rule is that the symbols in the squares with ticks are flipped vertically. Additionally, the symbols in the squares without ticks are flipped horizontally. So correct response is option B, as the symbols in the squares with ticks D, L, and M are flipped vertically. Additionally, the remaining three symbols in the squares without ticks are flipped horizontally. So correct response is option B. Next we have question number 35, that this shape is to this as this one is to this. So which figure completes the statement? So here we have four options given. Option A, then we have option B, option C, and then option D. So the rule is the outermost shape of the answer image has a number of sides equal to the total number of sides of the second shape in the first row, and the first shape in the second row in the previous figure. Additionally, the first shape in the first row and the second shape in the second row move to the center of the shape in the answer image, and the overlapping region is shaded. So correct response is option C, as the outermost shape of the answer image has a number of sides, that is 7, equal to the total number of sides of the second shape in the first row, that is square, and the first shape in the second row, that is triangle, in the previous figure. So additionally, the first shape in the first row, that is pentagon, and the second shape in the second row, that is rectangle, move to the center of the shape in the answer image, and the overlapping region is shaded. So here we have this reason because of which we can say that we have a correct option is C. This is the correct option. Next we have question number 36. So here we have set A with these arrangements of shapes, then we have set B with these shapes and arrangements. Now the test shape that is given is in this form, two shaded circles. Option A is set A, option B set B, and option C neither. Now the rules for set A is that all of the shapes in set A have figures with curved edges. Here you can see have figures with curved edges, as the color and number of figure in each shape varies. This is not part of the solution, so should be ignored. So the thing that you have to notice in the test shape to conclude your answer for set A, that is the shapes with curved edges. There isn't necessary for any specific number and for any specific color. This isn't necessary. Now for set B, all of the shapes in the set B have straight edges. Here you can see the straight edges. As with set A, the number of figures and their colors varies and so should be ignored. So correct response is option A, as both figures are circles and therefore have curved edges. So here we can say that this test shape belongs to set A. Next we have question number 37. Here we have again set A with the set of shapes, as you can see here. Then we have set B. Now the test shape is given in this form. Now you have to conclude that this one is straight edged or curved edged shape. So option A is set A and option B is set B, option C neither. So the correct response is option B. The shape is hexagon and therefore has straight edges. So we can say that option B is the correct option. Next we have question number 38. Set A is having these set of shapes for these arrangements. Then we have set B. Now the test shape is given in this form. Okay, now this is the shape with some complexity. You can say that this is a shape with straight edges and with the curved edges also. So this is not related to set A and neither to set B. So that's how we can say that its correct option is C, which we can confirm from the answer rationale. So yeah, here is option C is the correct option, that both shapes have straight and curved edges. So the answer therefore is neither A nor B. Next we have option set A with this set of shapes. Then we have option B, or you can say set B. Now test shape is given in this form. Now you can see the edges are curved, not straight. So it could be option A, but still we can confirm from it here. Now rules are same as we have in the last question. So our correct option is option A, as I have already told you. So the shape has curved edges. So option A is the correct option. Next we have question number 40. Set A with same set of shapes. Then we have set B. The test shape is given in this form. Okay, this is again the same complexity we have in the last question, that this set of shapes having straight edges also. One shape having straight edges, the first one with the cross sign, and the second one with curved edges. So it could be neither. So rules are same and correct option is C, that one shape has curved edges and the other has straight edges. So the answer is therefore neither A nor B. So option C is the correct option. Next is question number 41. This has different arrangements of shapes for set A, and it looks like this. Then we have set B. You can notice the one thing before reading out the rules, that in set A we have some shaded shapes, and then in set B we don't have any shaded shape. Test shape is given in this form, that one shape is shaded and one is not shaded. Options are same. Option A is set A, option B is set B, and option C is neither. So the rules for set A is that there are an odd number of shapes and more shaded shapes than unshaded shapes. Set B has an even number of shapes with none shaded. Again, we can read this, that for set A there are an odd number of shapes and more shaded shapes than unshaded shapes. Set B has an even number of shapes with none shaded. So correct response is option C, that there is an even number of shapes, therefore not A. One shaded shape, therefore not B. So the answer is C, that is neither. Next we have question number 42. As we have the same set for set A and set B, test shape is given in this form. Okay, now we have even number of shape that is applied for set B, but the shapes are shaded, that is not applied for set B. So again we have a correct option is C, which we can confirm from here. So yeah, it's a C, as there is an even number of shapes, therefore not A, but both shapes are shaded, so not B. Therefore the answer is neither. Next we have question number 43. Same set A and same set B. Test shape is given in this form. Okay, now we have 5 shapes, which is an odd number. More shapes are shaded and the lower number of unshaded shapes are present. So this is the test shape which we can say that it is related to set A. So yeah, its correct response is option A. There is an odd number of shapes and 4 shaded with only 1 unshaded. So yeah, its the correct option is option A. Next we have question number 44. Here we have the set A and then we have set B. Test shape is given in this form. Now we have 4 set of shapes. No one is shaded. Option A is set A, option B set B, and option C neither. Okay, as we have 4 shapes, which means these are the even number which is applied for set B, and no shape is shaded, which is also applied for set B. So its correct option is option B, as there is an even number of shapes with none shaded. So that's how we can say that option B is the correct option. So I think this is all we have for today. We will continue our next question in the next video. If you have any confusion, you can ask me in the comment section. And if you wanted to buy any best-selling book or any other daily used product, you can buy it from our website, which link is given in the description box. Visit this website right now and buy your favorite books. So I'll be back with another video. Till then, just take care and goodbye.